This meeting is being recorded.
Good morning, everyone. Let's see here. It is Tuesday, March 17th. We'll call the Wright County Board of Commissioners to order. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, this is one of my favorite days of the year that we get to honor staff. But before we do so, we have a very, very special guest here today that we want to honor. At this time, if I can call Jean Giannacoula up here to the podium, we'd like to present some kind words and a certificate for you. So I don't know if many of you know, Jean Giannacoula has served the citizens of Wright County and Woodland Township for more decades than I can count. And what is the years total on that there, Commissioner Moyna?
61 years of elected office in Woodland Township.
At this time, we have a proclamation, and we want to adopt a resolution 2621 proclaiming March 17th, 2026 as Jean Giannacoula Day here in Wright County. Thank you. Thank you. At this time, Minister Kreiser, would you mind reading the proclamation for us?
Happily, Mr. Chair, members of the board. Wright County, Minnesota, resolution declaring March 17, 2026 as Jean Giannacoula Day in Wright County. Whereas Jean Giannacoula has dedicated an extraordinary 61 years to public service to the citizens of Woodland Township in Wright County, Minnesota, demonstrating an unparalleled commitment to his community and fellow citizens. And whereas Jean Giannacoula was first elected to the Woodland Township Board as constable on March 9, 1965, beginning a lifetime of dedicated elected service to the residents of Woodland Township. And whereas on March 25, 1970, Gene Gianakula was appointed as Township Treasurer to fill a vacant term, and subsequently was elected to that position every 2 years for 38 years, serving with distinction as Treasurer until 2008. And whereas in 2008, after decades of service as treasurer, Gene Gianakula was elected Township Supervisor, where he continued to serve the community with diligence and integrity. And whereas Gene Gianakula completed 6 terms as Township Supervisor, totaling 18 years of leadership and public service. And whereas throughout his 61 years in service to Woodland Township, Gene Gianakula has been an active and respected participant in Wright County Township Officers Organization, contributing to the strength and cooperation of township government throughout the county. And whereas Gene Gianakula's extraordinary longevity in public service reflects a lifetime commitment to civic responsibility, community leadership, and the well-being of the residents of Woodland Township and Wright County. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Wright County Board of Commissioners hereby proclaims March 17, 2026 as Gene Gianakula Day in Wright County, Minnesota, in recognition of his 61 years of dedicated public service and with sincere appreciation for his lasting contributions to local government and the citizens he has served.
Chairman Vetch, I'd like to make a motion that we adopt Resolution 2621 as the Gene Gianakula Day.
All right. We have a motion by Commissioner Holland,
Second.
second by Commissioner Shane. Any discussion? Resolution vote. Commissioner Moyna?
Aye.
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 Resolution passes unanimous.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chair, if I could just add one thing. Gina, I also want to thank you for being a participant and helping in your input with the EDP as well.
Thank you.
And at this time, Commissioner Burrell, would you like to come up and say some words? I know you've had the great opportunity to work with Mr. Gianakula for many, many years, and former commissioner.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to say thank you personally to Gene for serving Woodland Township, where I've been a lifetime member. I got on the Woodland Town Board, I can't remember the year, but it was early in the 80s, and Gene was our treasurer. And even though he was the treasurer and there were 2 other supervisors besides me, I said a lot of times when there was a decision made, we would turn to Gene and, Gene, what do you think? He just always had a knack. He's been financially, Woodland Township has just been fantastic under his leadership from the time I can remember, but I was just a little tot when he got on the board. So anyway, I just want to say thank you to Gene, and I know I can say that on behalf of anybody that lives in Woodland Township and Wright County. And besides that, Gene served on the Wright County Economic Development Coalition. I think it's a coalition. I can't remember the name exactly, for years and years, and we served on that together for a while too. So Gene's just been fantastic for us, and I hate to see him retire, but he deserves it. So thank you all.
Thank you, Judge.
Gene, a number of us have done some research. None of us can find any elected official in the United States that has served more than 61 years. So I can't officially say it, but to my knowledge and to all the research that we have done, we have yet to find anybody that has sat in an elected office in the United States more than 61 years. So hats off to you. You have an unofficial record there that you can hold on to.
If you want to say anything too, Gene,
Yes.
feel free.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, I just want to take this opportunity to thank the Wright County Board of Commissioners, not only this board, but the previous boards, because through the years, they've given me the opportunity to work with them on different projects, and they've always been cooperative and listened to our little Woodland Township's requests. But it is also noted that this group is really doing a great job for Wright County, and I want to thank them for that.
Well, thank you, Gene. You leave very, very big shoes to fill and a legacy that will live on forever. I don't know how you can ever be replaced in the work and the dedication that you've given to the citizens of Woodland Township and Wright County. Thank you, Gene.
You're welcome.
Along with this surprise, there's also a couple other ones that are taking place that are not here. But I've been in communication with Congressman Emmer's office as well as Representative McDonald. And both of them are going to give you recognition on the state House floor and the congressional House floor as well.
Well, I hope you enjoy your Gene Janikula Day here in Wright County. I'm sure it has lunch somewhere. You'll have to let us know. Maybe we'll come and join you.
There you go.
Yes.
Well,
Thank you
Gene.
again.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gene.
Eugene.
And now this room is filled with many individuals that have dedicated many different years of service to the citizens of Wright County. And at this time, we get to do the honor of recognizing a number of them. At this time, I'm going to turn over the mic to Administrator Kreiser to do the honors of introducing them.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. We'll begin with the 5-year awards. Dylan Gronke, Probation and Court Services. Ashley Listman, Attorney's Office. Jack Jonas, Facilities. Lindsay Meyer, Finance and Taxpayer Services. Zach Kufal, Information Technology. Stephen Mize, Information Technology. Joel Miller, Sheriff's Office. Jonathan Bosshart, Sheriff's Office. David Grimstad, Sheriff's Office. Michael Norden, Sheriff's Office. Matthew Christensen, Sheriff's Office. Elizabeth Carls, Project Administration. Katrina Segner, Health and Human Services. Tyler Webster, Finance and Taxpayer Services. Peter Mans, Highway. Mr. Chair, members of the board, our 10 years of recognition, Kelly Evangelist, Health and Human Services. Kolya Somer, Information Technology. Andrew Lundeen, Sheriff's Office. Sean Olson, Facilities. Rachel Halverson, Health and Human Services. Daniel Heikkinen, Probation and Court Services. Rebecca Marketon, Health and Human Services. Brooke Noner, Health and Human Services. Rochelle Joraman, Health and Human Services. Heather Craig, Health and Human Services. Patricia Larson, Health and Human Services. Tiffany McAlpine, Health and Human Services. Angela Young, Health and Human Services. Mr. Chair, members of the board, our 15 years of recognition, Kevin Schroed, Highway. Christine Ham, Health and Human Services. Mr. Chair, members of the board, 20 years of recognition, Noami Bloomberg, Health and Human Services. Sean Lindenfelser, Finance and Taxpayer Services. Mark Olson, Sheriff's Office. Shane Simons, Attorney's Office. Jacob Shireel, Sheriff's Office. Sarah Denzer, Probation and Court Services. Mr. Chair, members of the board, the 25 years of recognition, Jeremy Workala, Sheriff's Office. Matthew Treichler, Sheriff's Office. Amy Herzog, Probation and Court Services. Janelle Webb, Probation and Court Services. Lori Achman, Health and Human Services. Sherry Oval, Health and Human Services. And Mr. Chair, members of the board, 30 years of recognition, Joseph Bacchus, Probation and Court Services. And then, Mr. Chair, members of the board, an outstanding 35 years of recognition to Michael Silbernagel, Sheriff's Office. Mr. Chair, members of the board, those are our employees that are recognized for the first quarter of 2026. I want to thank all the employees that have been here from 5 years to 35 years. Without you, we couldn't do it here in this county. So thank you.
And now Mark Mattice is making his way here to the podium as we honor employees and groups of the years for their above and beyond call of duty and to the work that they do to the citizens that are exemplary. And Mark Mattice, I'm going to turn it over to you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. It's a great pleasure today. We get to introduce our Employee of the Year and Group of the Year. The Employee Recognition Committee had some hard choices. We had a great number of Employee of the Year's nominations. Everybody is well deserving, but in the long run, we ended up picking Dan Christian from Health and Human Services, our fraud investigator. Kim Johnson is here to Kim Johnson's here to give a little background on why that Dan was picked as our Employee of the Year. So congratulations, Dan.
Dan, do you want to join me? Chairman Vetch and members of the board, thank you for allowing me to share my nomination of Dan. Dan exemplifies the qualities of an outstanding public servant, visionary leader, unwavering integrity, and a relentless commitment to protecting public resources. His work has not only transformed Wright County's fraud prevention efforts, but has set a benchmark for excellence across the state. Dan joined Wright County in January of 2024, immediately undertook the formidable task of establishing an in-house fraud prevention program. Prior to his arrival, Wright County relied on contracted services, which did not adequately meet the region's needs. Dan's exceptional expertise and unwavering professionalism enabled him to build a program from the ground up, fostering strong partnerships within Wright and Meeker counties and with key community stakeholders. Through his leadership and commitment, Dan has developed one of the most effective fraud prevention programs in Minnesota. His efforts have produced measurable results. In his first year alone, Dan's work saved Wright County 9 times more than the previous year. These achievements reflect not only his technical skill, but also his dedication to safeguarding public resources and serving the residents of Wright County. Prior to Dan joining Wright County in 2023, Wright County had a total fraud prevention savings of around $80,000 and cited overpayments of around $80,000. On Dan's second year, which was with Wright County, which was in 2025, the total fraud prevention savings soared to $660,000. Wow. And they cited more than $1.2 million in overpayments.
Wow.
On a more personal note, some of my favorite quotes from Dan are when I told him he won Employee of the Year, he said, "Maybe take a moment, reconsider. I'm sure there are people much more deserving than me. We can find a grant to fund that. We need to stop these chronic pits of unnecessary spending. And last but not least, let's form a dream team." As Dan prepares to retire later this year, he leaves behind a legacy of excellence, innovation, and integrity. His contributions have strengthened the county's ability to prevent fraud and protect taxpayer dollars. Thank you, Dan.
I actually would like to say something, even though I usually try to be pretty quiet. I learn a lot by listening and watching others, and I learned a lot here at Wright County. I really want to thank Kim and the board for listening to her to try to make the FBI program better by hiring staff. And I believe in the future here that we're this team, and I emphasize team because this is not supposed to be individual recognition, but team. Is there any chance at all that we could just ask my peers, my team, and my supervisors to stand up for what really is the reason why Wright County is one of the leaders?
Yeah.
Come on, don't be bashful. Stand up. I also want to thank my wife. She is obviously the better half. My kids can confirm that. But without her, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of things that I've been able to get accomplished. Things have changed a lot. Although I don't go back 61 years and I'm going to pasture much sooner than that, we're coming up pretty close to half a century on public service, one type or another. And it's changed a lot from law enforcement when I started out as an officer. And I used to carry a 6-shooter on my hip and wear a cowboy hat. I'm hoping that the combination of law enforcement tied with the other departments, courts, probation, HHS, together can actually carry things even to a higher plane, and I'm confident with the peers that I've had a chance to work with. I've worked in a lot of places here, and it comes about teams always are the ones that excel. And the reason why that I've been able to come up with some of the numbers that I have isn't me, it is them. Without those referrals that I get, without the support that I've gotten from Kim, Tammy, Hope, Stephanie, and Michelle when she first was here, that individual knowledge of programs was vital. Learning how to tie that together over time with all agencies standing together is what somebody mentioned, the potential dream team. I think with administration backing things up, we can come up with a new Miracle on Ice type team that can really represent where the values and the goals are. And a lot of people think of fraud investigators. I don't get invited to a lot of Thanksgiving dinners. But what I can say is it's important that a fraud investigator look at more than just trying to eliminate the money from those in the programs, because there are people that need support. We need to be there for them. But when it's being taken advantage of by those that shouldn't qualify, or worse yet, are doing the intent to commit crime. We need people to stand up, and we have the people here to do that. I want to just thank everybody for the opportunity here. It's been an honor and a privilege. And I can't wait to get the suit cut off.
So Dan, it's not too often that I'm sure on a daily basis you get thank yous from clients that are individuals in the county for the work that you do. It just doesn't lend itself to that type of work. But do know that your work is pivotal to this organization and to the citizens of Wright County. And there are hundreds of thousands of citizens across the county that are thanking you for your work and the integrity and the passion for the work that you have, that is keeping the money in the right places for the right people and keeping it out of the wrong places. And thank you for that.
Sure.
Yeah, especially too. Sorry, Mark. I know you were going to stand up. I just made you sit back down. But especially at a time when there's a lot of distrust in the government and all of the fraud stuff that's going on. And I know that I hear about, I'm sure everybody else does when they talk with their cities, their townships, their constituents about how where's all this money that's going? Where's all this stolen money? And then we can say we have not just you, but as you mentioned, your team that is diligently working on this and recouping and catching those, that fraud that's going on, and we're keeping it here. And so we're not part of that bigger problem that everybody else is seeing. It's fitting that this year, when all of it is being highlighted, that you specifically and now your team, because of your great leadership, to point out everybody else behind you that supports you is awesome and very commendable of you. But it being highlighted this year, I think, is absolutely fantastic. And thank you, and thank your team for all that you guys do.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well said.
And now we're moving on. Now, Mark, I'll call you back to the podium. We do have another couple more groups here to honor.
Mr. Chair, members of the board, we had several great groups nominated as well throughout the county. Employee Recognition Committee, after reading through all the nominations, I had to abstain from this vote, actually. So they said I had too much ownership in this group. But I'd like to introduce Brad Harrington, our Parks and Recreation Operations Manager, to give a little introduction to the group of the year, which is Parks and Recreation.
Morning, Mr. Chair and the board. So I am been charged with the privilege to introduce our group of the year, which is Parks and Recreation, which I have the joy of being a part of. First off, we'd like to thank you guys for the support that you give us. Without the support from the board, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So in this past year, there were a lot of things that came through with our department that saw collaboration across all aspects, from EAB recognition and treatment and replacement, working with ag and drainage with identifying our hazard trees and then overseeing the removal with the maintenance guys, and then Park Services helping out with keeping things moving forward to allow staff to continue to be efficient and focus on things such as our prairie burns and some of our other natural resource management that we deal with. Those are large projects that kind of took place. And then you look at the programming side, from Carson administering over 90 plus programs within a year, and then the help that comes in. We have staff that help out. Some of our technicians help with our buckthorn hiking stick programs. They have also assisted with our large scale events, from Bertram Bootacular to the mountain bike race that we host. So there's all kinds of effort that comes across. And then another big initiative that we had this year was the new marketing campaign that we pushed out, with the whole intent to bring better avenues for our citizens to communicate with us, to interact with us, and to create a welcoming environment within our system, not only just physically, but in that online presence. So a whole marketing plan was created, and we went with the term adventure here. As much as we liked Mark's old Explore the Opportunities, we did see it as a time to kind of rebrand. And that kind of went across all of our platforms, from social media to our website to our print medias So it has been kind of across everything. And then advancing technology within our world. So looking at different avenues to allow people to have better access to our programs, our facilities and reservations. And then just engaging. If you've looked recently, our social media sites have grown, and that's thanks to people like Delia and Carson, Ross. They've all been involved with those videos that we go there. Carson has kind of become the Hollywood star of our department. So with videos that she's in reaching at least 4,000 hits every time she's in them. Everybody else, maybe 1,500. So I think her most popular video hit 18,000 views. So it's been a great year. We've faced some challenges just like every department has faced as things kind of go as they go with staff shortages here and there, and then people stepping up and saying, hey, it's okay, we'll take care of it. We've got this covered. Working across all those different platforms. We've worked across multiple departments as well. Josh Thompson was an integral part of getting our new signage plan. That's a 5-year plan going to replace all of our physical signage within the parks to help with wayfinding, and that includes our highway sign. So coordinating with the highway department to do that. So we have a great group. Couldn't be more grateful to be a part of it. And again, our success is just really a product of the county's success. As you've heard me mention, we've worked with many other departments, highway, GIS. We've worked with other folks within projects. We've worked with HHS on different cooperatives with programming and trying to find those things. So it really is an honor to be labeled the group of the year and to have that recognition. These guys put a lot of work in and day out that a lot of people don't see to create the environment that the citizens get to come to within our parks and on the trails and within the campgrounds. So they deserve all the recognition and more that we can give them. So thank you guys, and thank you again to the nominating committee as well. So for selecting the Parks and Recreation Department as Group of the Year.
Well, thank you, Brad. So
Mr. Chair, if I could say something. Last week, I was down at the Capitol, and all of a sudden I seen this brown truck. And I didn't know we had a brown truck, and it said Wright County Parks. So there I am down in St. Paul, and you were down there as well. So again, reaching out to above and beyond, very much appreciated having you down there. It makes a difference.
Wonderful. At this time, can I get the individuals in the Parks Department to come forward here? We're going to get a group photo real quick and get you a round of applause for your wonderful work that you do.
Greg. The only thing is, the names are hard to see. Should we sneak in between?
In between, get up. Or I guess we should get little stools for us to stand on back here.
I want to go down. I don't know if you go down. I'm fine. Board members, you want to go down?
That's what we asked. Do you want us up or down? Kelly, do you want us up or down?
I'll crap you in, okay?
Let's do a crazy one.
You gotta jump up in the air, Ross.
Yeah.
Make sure we get putting him in the
Yeah.
Great.
Wonderful.
Commissioner Vetch, I just want to say too, we know that we have a very good park system and camping system. Every year, I feel like that computer crashes at 8 a.m. when everybody wants to try to make their reservation. And I know it's stressful for you, but I want to thank all of you guys for everything you do. It really is neat to be able to have all these great parks in Wright County. We're blessed.
Wonderful. Two more groups I want to thank here. First, I'm going to call Jill Pooler up to the podium. And while she makes her way up here, I want everyone to take a second and give a round of applause for our Employee Recognition Committee with Mark Mattice, Tanya West, Brian Palmer, Delia Saponiak, all right. Jacob Wagerman, Casey Bordeaux, Kim Johnson, Melissa Murring Paulson, Drew Sherber, Matt Detchen, and Jesse Miller. They put in a great deal of time in this event, and other events throughout the year could not take place without their dedication, and for that, I'd love to give them a round of applause. And Jill, you have an individual that you'd like to recognize at this time as well, I understand.
I do. Thank you, Mr. Chair and members of the board. Today, I want to recognize and have the privilege to recognize a remarkable member of our team, Rochelle Kramer, as she concludes many years of dedicated service to the county. Rochelle is not able to join us in person today, but she is here listening through Teams. Rochelle has been with the county for almost 25 years. Over the course of her career, she has served as a child foster care licenser, case manager, and supervisor, roles that demand not only skills and resilience, and deep compassion and unwavering commitment to the children and families we serve. She has brought all of this and more to her work every single day. Her influence is woven into our culture of our department. Her words of wisdom, often delivered with a smile, have become part of our shared language. Phrases like, "it depends," and "sometimes you need to go slow to go fast," will continue to echo in our halls and guide our decisions long after today. They reflect on her thoughtful approach to leadership and her ability to see nuance where others may rush to conclusions. She has helped launch our very first child foster care holiday party. She also supervised our first ever MnChoices team when this program first began. These are just two examples of many traditions and practices that she helped to shape, practices that will continue to strengthen our work for years to come. Her love of learning and passion for sharing her knowledge has been a gift to this organization. Through licensure supervision, mentorship, steady leadership, she has always helped develop the next generation of staff, ensuring her impact will extend far after her retirement. Today, we offer our heartfelt thanks. Thank you for your years of service, your wisdom, your humor, your leadership, and your friendship. You leave behind a legacy of excellence, compassion, and community. Rochelle, we wish you the best in all of your well-earned retirement.
I don't know, can you hear me?
We can hear you and we can see you on screen.
Well, thank you for your kind words, Jill. I really appreciate that. Commissioners, chairs, management, supervisors, staff, colleagues, it's been an honor and a privilege, and I'm going to get emotional. I've enjoyed every day that I've had the opportunity to work for Wright County, and I just want to say that it's been just fantastic to be able to embrace the philosophy and the policies and the guidance and the motto to strengthen, support, and serve our community, both with our internal people and our external clients that we've served. Oh, now I'm on the screen. Oh, okay. So anyway, thank you so much. I have absolutely loved every opportunity I've had with Wright County, and it's been a wonderful opportunity for me, for my career, for my life, for my family, and just thank you, everybody. And I've really, really appreciated the chance to be with the county.
Thank you, Rochelle.
Rochelle, we'll miss you greatly here in this organization, but you do deserve the next chapter in your life. We wish you the best, and thank you so much on the behalf of the organization and on behalf of the citizens of Wright County. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now at this time, we are going to take a short 15...
Before you do that, I would like to say one more thing, since we're on the recognition portion of our agenda. I just wanted to put recognition out there and just say a thank you to all of the men and women that have done all of the plowing and the salting over the last few days with the snowmageddon that came in. And on Sunday, I was told that they did a 14-hour day, the people that were here clearing off the roads. And Sunday, I unfortunately had to drive in all of that. And I can tell you that driving in Wright County was fine. It's a snowmageddon, so it's always dicey. But as soon as I crossed over the county line onto Hennepin County roads, it was atrocious. Our roads were 10 times better than theirs were. And it just goes to show that the work, the time, and the effort that, our people put into clearing the roads off and making it relatively safe in that weather to travel is awesome. And I just wanted to make sure that they heard somebody say thank you for all that they do.
Thank you, Commissioner Moyna. Well stated. With that, we have refreshments down the hallway here. We'll take a short 15-minute adjournment, and board members will join you down the hallway. Thank you. It is 9:58. We'll resume the county board meeting of Tuesday, March 17th. At this point of the agenda, we are looking to approve the minutes from the March 3rd board meeting.
So moved.
All right. Motion by Commissioner Shane.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Moyna. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right, motion passes unanimously. Next, the agenda. One item I'd like to add to the consent agenda under A2 would be a letter of support for the city of Monticello for their water treatment plant addressing their manganese issue. Other than that, is there any other additions?
Motion to approve the agenda
I'll second that.
All right,
with that addition.
wonderful. And we have a motion. And we have a second by Holland, motion by Commissioner Moyna. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right, agenda approved unanimous. Today's consent agenda, would anyone like to remove anything from today's consent agenda for further discussion?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll second that.
All right, motion by Commissioner Moyna, second by Commissioner Holland. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right. The consent agenda is approved unanimous. Timed agenda item. First one would be the public hearing for the 2026 fee schedule. At this time, if anyone would like to speak at this public hearing regarding the fee schedule changes for 2026, please come forward and state your name and your city or township of residency. At this time, would anyone like to speak?
You're going to go around and speak.
Would anyone like to speak? Would anyone like to speak? One last time, would anyone like to speak? Hearing no comments at this time, I will close the public hearing and bring it up here to the dais for discussion. Board members, at this time, the public hearing is closed. Is there any comments or motions regarding the regarding the fee schedule for 2026? Stand for.
I make a motion that we accept the fee schedule for 2026.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Commissioner Holland, second by Commissioner Shane. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right, fee schedule is approved unanimous for 2026. Next, we are on to our 940 item, Parks and Recreation. Ross is somewhere here hiding in the room. He is making his way up. To award a contract including the alternate to custom build for Montissippi Park improvements.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Board members. Yep, before you today, we have a resolution to accept or request for board action to award a contract including the alternates to custom home builders for the Montissippi County Park improvements. This is a project that's been in the works since it was a part of the CAP process since 2022. We went out and got a outdoor recreation grant for $350,000, added that into the project. So many of these improvements will include replacing the playground, adding a park shelter, and then improving the access there too. So overall, the playground, many of the features will be ADA accessible, including the port in place feature, and then we'll have additional features within the hillside as well.
These will be much needed replacements. I think right now is wood chips out there, isn't it correctly?
Correct. Yeah. Yep. The playground is over 20 years old and we have wood chips. The process came in lower than expected, so we are seeing some initial savings, we think.
Good.
That is great. At this time, I'll stand for a motion.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Shane, second by Commissioner Holland for the award the alternative custom build for the Montissippi Park. Any discussion? Hearing none. Resolution vote. Commissioner Shane?
Aye.
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 Resolution passes unanimous. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now Barry's waited so patiently all morning to come here and talk to us.
I'm a patient guy.
I like the green.
He's going to show you his socks.
Nice.
Got to match shirt. Commissioners, what you have before you has been forwarded by the Wright County Planning Commission. It is recommended that you adopt the notice and order of denial of application for rezoning with findings for tax parcel 208-200-362105.
All right. So, board members, at this time, you have before you the adopt the notice and order for denial on application for rezoning and findings. Open the floor for discussion or motions at this time.
I'll make a motion, we accept that.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Commissioner Holland, second by Commissioner Shane to adopt a notice and orders for denial of application for rezoning. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. All right.
Mr. Chairman, let the record reflect that the applicant will be provided these findings via U.S. mail.
Very well. Thank you very much.
Yes, Mr. Chair, that's correct. The applicant is not in this room, so we can't give it to them personally here.
All right.
And Mr. Chair, I know, when I read through that, there was a lot of time and effort that went into that, quite several meetings and follow-ups, and so I appreciate that extra work on that as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barry. And Chad. Chad saved everything up for one meeting.
It all came at the exact same time, too.
So first one is going to be adopting Resolution 2622 to enter into the Minnesota Department of Transportation Contract 106-2556.
All right, Chairman, Commissioners, this is for, basically allows us to let our CASA 36 project on one chunk. We got awarded federal funds in 2026 and then another chunk in 27. So we're going to do one project, which is basically 36 from 101 to 94 rather than break it up into two separate years. But this AC agreement allows us to proceed with construction. We'll front the money, and then in October of 26, which is the federal fiscal year, we'll access through the next year's federal funds. So basically advanced construction agreement.
Yeah, we borrowed ahead on this a number of times in the past.
Yeah.
All right, with that, I'll stand for a motion.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Shane, second by Commissioner Holland to adopt Resolution 2622. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Resolution vote. I vote aye.
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 Resolution passes unanimous. Next, we have Resolution 2623 to enter into an agency agreement 106-2288 for the exchange of state funds for federal funds.
Thank you. This is simple. We've done in the past. It's basically a fund swap. We'll accept the federal funds from Todd County. They'll accept an equal amount of state aid funds from us, and then they don't have to follow the federal process. If you remember, a year ago, we did the exact same thing with Benton County, except the reverse. We gave them our federal funds, and then so it's the same amount of federal money being spent, just less federal projects to document, and saves them money and saves them time. And we were doing this regardless. So we can really get into the weeds if we want to, but it's basically a simple swap.
Very well. Stand for a motion.
I'll make that motion to adopt Resolution 26-23.
All right.
Second that.
Motion by Commissioner Shanes, second by Commissioner Holland to approve Resolution 2623. Commissioner Holland.
Aye.
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 Aye. Resolution passes unanimous. Next, we have adopt Resolution 2624, adopting Trunk Highway 25 detour agreement with MnDOT.
Yes. Obviously, we're all aware Monticello to Buffalo will be under construction most of next summer, and periods of that time, MnDOT will need a detour. So it's basically 131 to County Road 37 to our CASA 12 in a nutshell. And then they're using a piece of, which is our 106, is it 85th Street or 80th? I can't remember. Our 106 to the west, but they're going to go to the east on Monticello's Street and then south on 117. So this is their agreement to allow them to reimburse us for their following their road damage policy. So.
Very well. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt Resolution 2624.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Holland, second by Commissioner Shane. Any discussion? Hearing none. Resolution vote 2624. Commissioner Moyna?
Aye.
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 Resolution passes unanimous. Next, we have Resolution 2625, adopting Trunk Highway 24 detours with MnDOT.
Yep. Same thing. But this one is much shorter. It's intermittent, 15 days throughout the next 2 years, just to like set bridge beams and whatnot. They'll be using a detour, but much smaller duration.
I'll make that motion to adopt the resolution and the agreement for Highway 24.
We have a motion by Commissioner Shane,
I'll second that.
second by Commissioner Holland. Any discussion? Hearing none. Resolution 2625, Commissioner Shane?
Aye.
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 Resolution passes unanimous. Next, we have the authorized signatures on a memorandum of understanding between the Met Council and Wright County.
Thanks, Chairman. This is basically an update to the 2013 agreement when we were brought into the Met Council's planning area for our urbanized area, which is basically St. Michael, Albertville, Otsego, Hanover, or sorry, not Hanover, and then I think that's it. And then Sherburne County is part of it too. So it just basically says where you have to submit any projects to Met Council. We need a letter of support from them if we do a project in there that we request federal funds. So it's just an update based on new census data and no changes. Eventually Monticello might be added, maybe Delano, but not this decade. So.
All right.
Is there any way for us to get out of participating with the Met Council? I have a lot of people that do not like any involvement with Wright County and the Met Council.
I agree.
Correct. We had a lot of meetings, and I think where we have it now is a good spot. They agree to let us stay in 7W. We just submit what we're doing, and then they put it in their plan and call it good. And that's what our agreement says. So we're not part of their sewer district. It's just transportation planning only. So, and we're not competing against any Met Council projects, metro projects. We stay in our 7W. It's just that because the urban boundaries sneaking out into Wright and Sherburne counties, I think it's federal law. If we want federal funds, we have to be included in their planning boundary as the metro grows.
In the history on this, if you go back to 2012, 2013, the discussion on this was, take this or we will make you have to adhere to everything. So this was the better compromise of the two. And this is kind of one of those things that you're told versus you're asked. So
it's almost as if it's an agreement to have your thing and you'll do our thing, and we're just going to keep it that way.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So, but I get what you're saying.
This is with the Met Council, it's a good agreement as far as good as we can get when they hold all the cards.
So a question, they aren't going to dictate how we plan our cities or our townships and what we can build?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Because
For now.
Well, and this is why this agreement, because if we would have fought on this side of it, if you go back to like 2011, 12, 13, when this discussion happened to it, there was a lot of angst to it. But this was the better route, because if they would have continued the path of the board at the time to fight against it, there was likely going to be their bigger control side of it from the planning and zoning side of it, water, sewer, the whole gambit, where this part, we were able to just carve out it from a transportation perspective. All right. Is there any other discussion? Do we have a motion on that one?
I'll make that motion.
We have a
for
motion by
signatures.
Commissioner Shane. Do you have a second?
Go ahead, Billy.
You're gonna have to pass the gavel then.
I get the idea on this, behind this from a board perspective, that there's a lot of angst on this, but if we don't, we would be opening up a box of a much bigger discussion that at the end of the day, we might not like what we get, and we wouldn't have a whole lot of control to change it otherwise.
Yes, Mr. Chair, members of the board, I think this agreement, I would concur with that. This is the best of the worst outcome you can get. Worse than this, I think I always like to tell people, they say we don't want the Met Council here, is that all it takes for us to become a metropolitan county is 2 words in a 1,500-page omnibus bill at the state legislature. All they have to do is add the words Wright County to the definition of a metropolitan county, and we change overnight with a stroke of a governor's pen. Overnight. So this is a way to keep them out and still be able to do it. Because if we didn't have 7W, we could be looking like Elk River right now, which is actually in the metropolitan district in Sherburne County. So, and that happened in a conference room late at night in a 1,500-page omnibus bill.
So, Chairman, I was going to mention cities of Otsego and Albertville have approved this. You see on the back, there's signature pages for all the cities and the county within the agreement, and Otsego and St. Michael have previously approved this. So, I mean, I think I said it's.
Okay. Well, then I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion by Commissioner Shane, second by Commissioner Holland. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right, motion passed unanimous. Next, we are items for consideration. We have to schedule a committee of the whole. We have targeted at Tuesday, April 7th after the board meeting. I know that I was just made aware that there's some conflicts, that we may be short a couple commissioners. The two items that are on there, they're not super urgent, so we can look at relocating that meeting. Administrator Kreiser, you got some suggestions?
We could do Monday the 6th. So that's right after the Easter holiday.
No, that one.
Let's go, can we go further, like, we can't go the following week because it's board meeting, but the weekend after that or something, or?
No, we can,
We can do it after the,
we can.
well, we got soil and water.
The 14th, we have the soil and water meeting after our workshop meeting.
Because they're not that pressing, can we look at going towards that 21st?
We can do the 24th if you want.
24th? Of what?
April.
Friday?
A Friday?
Sorry, 21st. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong date on my calendar.
I'm not opposed to a Friday, but we
not next
Usually
Tuesday.
we do them on Tuesday, but it would
Yeah, sorry. Could do the 21st after board.
If we're going to push it that far, I mean, are we able to just put it in onto the May one? If we're looking that far at the end of April.
My concern is we already have I should say I have a good number of items already on the May workshop, and I'm afraid that if we keep pushing things onto it, we're going to end up pushing May items into June, and we're getting a backlog of items that we do need to address.
And part of the reason, Mr. Chair, Commissioner Moyna, why we are separating this one out is so that some city representation can also come to talk about the SAHA funding, because they are directly involved in it as well.
Well, what was the issue with the 21st? You brought up.
I'm okay with the 21st, I just can't do the beginning of the month, the 7th. So the 21st or later.
Right after the board meeting.
Yep.
Yeah. We can schedule it for 10 o'clock.
And then can you confirm with the larger cities, the ones that are involved?
We'll notify them.
Okay.
I think with
Make
this
sure
far
that they
advance
can do
notice
that.
will be good.
So with that, I'll stand for a motion to set the committee of the whole for 10:30 on April 21st.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
All right, motion by Commissioner Moyna, second by Commissioner Holland, to set a committee of the whole on April 21st at 10:30. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimous. Next, we have to adopt Resolution 2626 of final acceptance for contract 2404 and final payment of the Structural Specialties, Inc. in the amount of $70,370.78. Yeah, I'll stand for a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Holland, second by Commissioner Moyna. Any discussion? Hearing none, resolution vote, I vote aye.
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 Resolution passes unanimous. And now, before we depart, I do want to say thank you to Commissioner Shane, who just last week was down at AMC and had the privilege of introducing State Senator John Hoffman to the group. She was quite the honor. Senator Hoffman has been a great asset here to the citizens of Wright County and to the citizens of Minnesota. So we thank him for his work, and thank you for your time down in St. Paul as well.
Yeah, I definitely was very honored to be able to be there, and they gave him a standing ovation. It was so heartfelt, and everybody felt the same way that we do, that he steps above and beyond to help all his constituents. And I said in my speech that he just has a very small sliver of Wright County, but however, he acts as if he has the entire county. And he obviously is still working for us this week yet again.
Yes, Mr. Chair, members of the board, Commissioner Shane did a fabulous presentation on your part, as well as Senator Hoffman's part as well. And I have to echo the work and dedication he has to the citizens of Wright County as a whole. I mean, he had an opportunity to be down there yesterday and meet with him again, and he is always has an open door for Wright County to help us out. And, he is now eager, as of yesterday again, to keep on pushing with their chicken effort to allow chickens in the rural areas. So, but Mr. Chair, Commissioner Shane, great presentation at AMC, and it's nice to show him the recognition he deserves.
Yeah, it was, like I said, a truly honor. I just couldn't have, it was beautiful.
Well, wonderful. Well, thank you. And at this time, with nothing else to come before the board, we will adjourn the board meeting here today at 10:19.